Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi warned that any new conflict against Iran could trigger a disaster across the Middle East. He made this statement during a meeting with Iran's Parliamentary Committee on National Security and Foreign Policy, amid sensitive talks between Tehran and Washington over Iran's nuclear program. Araghchi welcomed the idea of a regional uranium enrichment center, but emphasized that uranium enrichment must continue inside Iran. He said Iran remains committed to dialogue, stating, "We have not and will not abandon the negotiating table and will continue diplomacy." However, he added that Iran will not negotiate under pressure and that talks will focus solely on the nuclear issue. He described negotiations as a battle of wills, saying Iran is neither rushing nor delaying the process. He promised efforts to lift sanctions quickly, but not at the expense of Iran's rights. Araghchi's remarks come as European signatories to the 2015 nuclear deal threaten to trigger its dispute resolution mechanism if no new agreement is reached by October 18th. He warned that Iran would respond harshly if this happens, without specifying how. Tehran argues the mechanism cannot be triggered after October and accuses European powers of trying to revive cancelled UN sanctions, violating the deal. Meanwhile, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Esmail Baghai denied reports of a sixth round of indirect talks with the U.S. The fifth round took place in Rome on Friday between Araghchi and U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff. Omani Foreign Minister Badr al-Busaidi, who is mediating the talks, said some progress was made but no resolution. He expressed hope that upcoming days would clarify remaining issues to help reach a lasting agreement. Araghchi called the last session one of the most professional rounds of negotiations, confirming that Oman had submitted new proposals. Both sides agreed to review these proposals technically and refer them to their capitals, without making any commitments. Israel strongly opposes renewed U.S.-Iran talks, lobbying against diplomacy and continuing to threaten unilateral military action. Israeli officials have dismissed the negotiations as pointless and pressured Washington to end them, despite Iran's willingness to return to the nuclear deal framework. At the same time, Israel has increased its threats, with senior officials repeatedly warning of strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. Critics say this approach harms diplomacy and risks sparking wider conflict. Israel's stance has also caused tensions between U.S. President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu,